EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed it, incomplete. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962. They sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game, and I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
On the handoff, it's Cohen. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
On 2nd down, Swift shoves him aside. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Looking to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete right side to Lazard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Yeah, he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A huge play there for Chicago. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I can't imagine this defense thought they'd see a play like this on 3rd and short. If you're going to beat a defense deep, you got to catch them when they're not expecting it. That was the perfect time to do it, and it paid off big.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll try the counter here. Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Play action. It's Fields. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd down at 5. From the gun, here's Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
From the 50, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get this off to Swift.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
Nifty footwork at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Now a carry for Swift.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And they'll run on first down with Jefferson.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Swift.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
One more time with Swift.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown.
Get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Fields.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the give, this is Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
From the gun, here's Fields. Taken in here by Powell.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing, and I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but There's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
How many times in the course of the game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll run with Swift.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Dbrl Swift.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks so much. We'll get back to you and Charles in Detroit in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at what's following our two games later today. Plenty to look forward to in that early window, one being a noontime start up in Green Bay. A big one for the Packers as they'll square off against the Cincinnati Bengals. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Powell. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Second down and 3.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. 2nd and 13. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll look to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He finds Robinson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields
completes it to Powell. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Shifts by him and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fends him off. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now back to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Able to slither by. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Let's go. It's a gain of 25 yards.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, this is great work by a quarterback here. He's doing anything he can to avoid taking a square hit. I admire the way he worked his way through the initial contact and then continued downfield for good yardage.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And a short gain down to about the 33. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They try again with Cohen. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
Breaks a tackle. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12.
One play action. Fields.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Down to about the 22 here.
72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st down, Swift. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Swift. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chicago offense set to get started. On 1st down, it's Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. It's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the draw, this is Cohen. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Fields now to throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Fields. Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this. The tackle by Chris Barnes.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Fields on 1st down.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Shakes off the sack. And he's got his big tight end here. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
To the air again, Fields.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually...
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. 90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that, or they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they take a knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Lions, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.